All right, boys, what is happening? Welcome in. Let's do this thing. Okay, so let me add these MF and ducks to the stage here. All right, so as you can see, we've got a duck race on our hands. I'm going to start it here in just a second after I introduce everybody who is racing. And then the reason that we're set for 7 minutes is because we're going to just discuss a couple of details about the community league before we get to the end of the race. And that'll give us some time to ease into some things and then really get that drama peaking for the end of the race there. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick this thing off. All right. I don't think you can hear the noise, but it's quacking in my ear, which is going to be a little bit distracting, but that's fine. All right, here we go. So we're off to the races. On top, we've got Caddy Adam. Right below that, obviously in the fuchsia. Okay, right below that, we've got Red Scare. Right below that, Cody Quackpo. Fluka Duck, just under that in the Spider Duck costume. R. Francis 93 holding it down like a old English barrister. I'm bringing back a previous name, Romelu Lukaku, that didn't ever win for me before, so I'm not really sure why I'm doing that. Then we have Fukaduk, which I'll let you put those two and two together. And Job Draft, obviously out to an early lead, but falling back already, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Draft _ burner with the lime green zigzags. You can't quite see him behind Spurs Sean there with the crown, hoping that the crown will actually deliver him some victory today. Tyler Duckling with the clown costume, not intentional, I promise you, Jacob. That's just the way the chips fell today. And then Quackarella, Mark Quackarella. It's very hard to say. Unfortunately, kind of bringing up the rear there for the moment, but we have some time. We have some time on our hands. So let me just remind you guys about a couple of things. Okay, in the community league, we've got 6 divisions of 12 teams. Okay, your waivers will be every Thursday and Friday. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have live lineup changes all the way up until players lock 1 minute before their particular kickoff. So there is no lineup lock time for all players. It is dependent on their kickoff. Reminder that we try to have grace when people have a player who gets injured in warmups. Even if the game has already started, we like to let them go ahead and sub that person out. So just remember that, please. And we also try to have grace for honest mistakes. This is a league where we're trying to win based upon our skill and being better, not some random, F up mistake. Well, not mistake, some random, bit of bad luck that happened to your opponent, right? So try to have grace whenever possible. And of course, when things are questionable, we'll put it to a league vote. Okay. All divisions in this community league, all of them run until game week 38. It doesn't matter if you're out of it. Your division is going to go until game week 38. You're going to get your money's worth. You get to play all year. First place in every single division, $240. First place, $240. Second place, $120. Third place, $40. Pretty decent, honestly. Then we have a super league. So players who are in the top 2 after game week 27 in each of the divisions qualify for a super league. What is the super league? Well, there is actually a redraft after game week 27 for those managers. They basically start a new league, super league, and the winner of that league takes home $240 extra dollars. Now the top 2 there, they're not done from the league. They're still playing in their original league. They're just added to a new league called the Super League for a chance to win some extra money. And everybody will compete in the intra-division end of season knockout cup. So everybody qualifies for that in game week 35, depending on your overall game week score. Then the quarterfinals are in game week 6, semifinals in game week 36, semifinals in game week 37, and then the final in game week 38 for a chance to take home an extra $40 cash. So there's a couple little extra goodies sprinkled throughout the season as well. So that's pretty fun. All right, boys. One reminder is the only thing we need to figure out is, well, two things actually. One, how are we going to determine how we're doing post-draft new additions to the Premier League? There's a couple different options. I'm going to post an article that I wrote a couple of years ago about different ways you can handle that. And you can kind of tell me what you're thinking on that. Then we need to figure out, are we doing a live draft or are we doing a slow draft? My preference is always going to be a live draft, but if we can't make it work, time zones are what they are. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left. Let's get to it. 2 minutes left. Okay. So starting from the back, Caddy Adam, you're going to have some work to do. Cody Quackpo, not looking great for you either. Romelu Lukaku, surprisingly, with the Pink Hearts, taking the lead here. I'm going to guess what that means is I'm about to fall way behind. Yep, here, and it's already started. What you'll see in this is we have a lot of surges. That's just kind of the way this program website works. So we'll have a lot of surges coming up over the next minute and a half. I'm almost certain of that. Yeah, Job draft, Fukuduk, you're seeing them surge from the back. This is going to happen several times. Draft burner, you're already up there with Quackarella, hoping to kind of hold down that position. You're just looking for a solid finish here. Fukuduk, Romelu Lukaku, Job draft, surging to the front, but I think it might be too soon for them. I really do. Cody Quackpo made up a lot of ground since we talked about him last. What was maybe 30 seconds ago? You were in the back, and so is Caddy Adam, and here comes Caddy Adam from the back. Francis 9-3 had the wig, unfortunately, weighing him down. He is way in the back. Tyler Duckling, no clowns here, no clowning around, no clowns about it. Tyler Duckling making a statement with Spurs Sean in the front. Romelu Lukaku surging forward again. We're down to 30 seconds left. Fukuduk looks to be making a move, potentially draft burner as well. Red Scares up top without the costume, sort of not weighed down by a costume at all. Nice and sleek, if you know what I'm saying. Surging forward, Fukuduk with the reindeer, not quite timely in terms of the year, but can he make it count? Red Scare seems to be coming. Oh, nope. Spurs Sean sneaking ahead here at the very end. Tyler Duckling, Romelu Lukaku falling off as usual. I've never won this ever. Fukuduk making a run for it. Fukuduk followed by looks like I'll never say that Christmas has come too early again. Clearly for you, there's something to that. You feel free to sing carols all year long if you want to, because you have the first choice of draft slot in our league. Let's talk through the actual rest of the pack. Okay, so we had Fukuduk first. Let me pull up my notes here just so I can properly attribute these positions to their managers. Okay, Fukuduk, that is Kyle. Nice job, Kyle. You have the first choice. Quackarella, second. That is Adam. Have a buen dia. Very nice. Red Scare is third. And that, of course, there's no duck name. That was just his Discord name. So Red Scare is third. Tyler Duckling, congratulations to Jacob. Fantastic. You have third choice of draft slot in our league. Then, let's see. We get on to Draft Burner. Fifth choice, Job draft. Nick, that's you. Sixth choice, Romelu Lukaku. Seventh choice. Well, I guess it could have been worse. That's me. Seventh choice in draft slot. That's going to put me somewhere around sixth, I bet. I don't know. Oh, God. Terrible. Anyway, all right, so there I am, seventh. Caddy Adam, you're eighth. Cody Quackpo, that is none other than Fletch. Fletch, you're sitting there at 10th. Sean, you've got the 11th choice, and R. Francis, 9-3. I'm so sorry to break it to you, my friend. You are going to have last choice of draft slot, though. That doesn't mean you're last necessarily choosing. That just means that you have the last draft slot. All right, boys, there it is. Let's go ahead and get this thing sorted. I'll be back on Discord in just a second to start figuring out which slot is which and who wants to draft where. Check everyone later. Cheers.